Tyler, we're on in Jacksonville. It's good to see you once again. How is your off-season been?
It's been good. Just getting healthy, mentally, physically, and I've been working hard with all my guys back in Coral Gables, and just been working hard day by day.
How long was that process to get to where you can say, all right, I'm good, I'm 100%?
Yeah, probably not until the end of spring ball. Still hurting a little bit, a tad, so it was a long recovery process, doing rehab for a while, just making sure everything with my shoulder was stable and all good to roll.
We're talking with Tyler Van Dyke. He's going to quarterback the U, and expectations are always with a big-time program like Miami. You are very aware of that. But then what about the third offseason of having to learn a new playbook? Take us through Shannon Dawson, what you like about your new offensive coordinator, but also just the reality of having to learn a new playbook.
Yeah, it's honestly not that difficult. Football is football. A lot of the same scheme stuff. Obviously, coaches like to do it different ways, different formations. Might be a few plays here and there that are different in the way they do stuff. But the only thing that's tough at first is the language they use. You kind of revert back to some of the stuff you learned the two previous offenses. So you kind of have to get out of your old ways and get into the new ones. And I think all the guys on the team have done a great job of understanding the new offense and understanding why Coach Dawson runs those plays. And all we got to do is go out there and execute them.
Very cool name, Dawson's air raid offense. Tell us a little bit more about it. My understanding is it's an aggressive offense, the ability to stretch some defenses.
Yeah, the main thing for us is just be explosive. If you look at the numbers, being explosive helps teams win games. You have to have at least 5 to 10 explosive plays over 40 yards, 20, 30, 40 yards to win those games. If you look at the numbers in terms of winning games. So we didn't do that well enough last year, and 2 years ago we did. That's why we were able to put up the numbers we did. That's the thing that we have to improve on going into this year, and especially with a coach like Coach Dawson, bringing his air raid offense in and understanding how to stretch the defense and how to take shots when he needs to. That'll help us a lot in being explosive.
We're talking with Tyler Van Dyke, quarterback for Miami. One of our guys on our show is a former Miami Cane. He's a Hall of Famer, and Leon Searcy is one of Coach Cristobal's old line mates. And, he's talked about trying to get the U back to where it needs to be. I know that coaches stress that to you guys as well. What does that mean to you when somebody that has been there before says that, getting it back?
Yeah, both of them understand what it took to win games and win national championships. They went through it, so we got to trust their process, trust Coach Cristobal, and understanding why they do certain things. We're just working hard. We don't even want to say we're back until we win all these games. We can't say it right now. We get the hype every year, whatever. We just got to go out there and actually do it and win games. So.
The Miami Hurricanes open up against the Miami of Ohio. We're talking with quarterback Tyler Van Dyke joining us here on the home of the Jaguars. Not only yourself, but the team was really ravaged by injuries. Zion Nelson went down. Just what you've seen in his return, and also all the transfer offensive linemen. What's your understanding so far about this group?
Yeah, we had a lot of injuries to the offensive line last year. Like 4 of our starting guys, by the end of the season, were done. Yeah. So it was tough being back there, and give credit to the guys who stepped up and did their best. We brought in some good guys, Matt Lee and Javion Cohen, who are going to really help this line make the next jump. Adding them to guys like Jalen Rivers, Zion, Inez Cooper, and then bringing also the 2 young freshmen in Francis Mayogoa and Samson Okunlola. So
Sure.
tough 2 names to say.
What's his nickname? Do you have one yet?
Everybody calls him Pancake Huncho, and then Francis is Cece. So
that's beautiful.
I don't know. There's a few different nicknames for them.
Yeah, but getting weapons back healthy, like Xavier Restrepo, those types of guys. Do you feel like they're all fairly healthy, like you, coming back fully rehabbed and ready to go?
Yeah, we're all healthy. We're all ready to go. We didn't know we had in Colby Young in the beginning of the year. He kind of stepped up in the middle of the year, and he's a guy out there that is one of the guys. So Xavier broke his foot after the second week. Jacoby George broke his hand. We couldn't get in in a mold with each other and a good connection throughout the entire year. And then I ended up getting hurt. It was tough last year with the quarterbacks and receivers. So.
But you still want to play the style of football where you put yourself in harm's way because you're a big guy, you can move. You still want to embrace that part of the game. Yeah,
100%. 100%. Quarterbacks nowadays got to be able to move around now. So being mobile is definitely big. Not necessarily, running quarterback power, all that type of stuff, but being able to extend plays, getting out of the pocket, making a throw on the run, or getting out of the pocket, just getting a simple play like 7 yards. So that's the biggest thing nowadays that a lot of people are looking at quarterbacks.
The other side of the ball, classic Miami was a takeaway machine. Yeah, that was really a huge part of their identity. The 4-2-5 defense and going up against them in practice, arguably the best safety combination in the ACC is there at the U. What have you seen on the other side of the ball when you practice against your teammates?
Yeah, they got some special players over there. Cam, he's one of a kind. The best trait about him, his best skill set is seeing the quarterback's eyes. If you look at most of his picks last year, it's because he's so good at reading the quarterback.
Right.
So that gives me a great chance in practice to really practice, staring down the safety or looking over here and throwing over there. And I've gotten so much better just because of him being so good at that. And then James is a freak of nature, James Williams. So those two guys are a special group, and especially with Coach Guidry's defense and the way he likes to run things. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch those guys play.
Really different defense from last year or similar? Kind of like the question we asked about the offense, learning a new playbook.
It's pretty different, the way they line up. They're an odd a lot of the times now, an odd defense, bringing different pressures that I've never seen them run last year. I really like the way they're doing things over there. Especially with some of the guys we have, with LT up front, Keem Mesidor. Those guys are beasts, so I can't wait to see them make some plays over there.
As we let you go, Tyler, it's a difficult schedule. I don't think there's any question. A&M early, but your road trips to UNC, at Florida State, going to BC to wrap up the season. You when you go back and practice and it's 100 degrees in Miami compared to that game being played the day before or the day after Thanksgiving, it could be 25 degrees.
Yeah. I'm used to that out there, though. I'm from Connecticut.
Yeah, you are, right?
Yep. So, BC is actually only an hour away from where I live.
Your blood isn't thinned out, though, now that you've been down there?
It has. But, yeah, I like our schedule. I think it's a good mix of away and home games, the way it plays out. So, I'm excited for this year. And, I'm just going to take it one game at a time. Said the same thing last year. Ended up getting hurt, though, so it kind of screwed everything up. But
just stay healthy.
Best of luck and embrace it, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Good to see you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.